And greetings, Peanutians, and welcome to another video. And this one's more or less an update video for Tanjiro, mostly because of questions that are being asked, as well as new maps that I found that I preferred, now that I'm actually level 250 of my Tanjiro. So I'm going to be making an updated list, more consolidated one, and actually showing some rotations, unlike my previous video, which I prefer to like at least acknowledge that it's actually lackluster. But one question I like to answer for most people are, where should I park my Tanjiro and what should I do for it, and should I get it to 250 or 260? And to answer that question, I'm going to be using the actual guide, not the guide, the journal from the patch notes as a reference point for when you should stop. So as you know, there's a progression side of the journal and as well a mission part of the journal. Progression is simply reaching milestones, thresholds, completing certain tasks, and the mission journal is going to be one requiring you to kill bosses and whatnot at solo. So we're going to start with the mission one because it's at the very top. So, the mission journal, should you complete it? It's going to be strictly up to you. It's going to be depending whether or not you want these free rewards. The free rewards are going to be the Senkonji mask coupon, the Tanjiro chat label and chat ring, training with Inosuke chair, and the last one being Nezuko Android. To get them, all you have to do is wait for the week for them to unlock. Currently, we're on the second week of the event, which means that we can complete Chaos Road Abyss, as well as these four bosses, which is Hard Healer, Normal Cygnus, Chaos Zakum, and Chaos Pink Bean. These all have to be completed solo. And yes, you can actually do these in practice mode. So, from there, you'll have to decide, do you care enough about these rewards? Personally speaking, the first one, gonna be super easy to get. Second one, if you really care about the cosmetics, I don't really think did they show us what it looks like? They don't show us what it looks like here. So, you probably have to find one that actually has it. I'm already completed it. I'm going to claim the rewards. The chair, it's not going to be that hard. It's just got these bosses. I already killed them already. I'm just hoping unfortunately, they don't retroactively record, which is unfortunate. But then you're going to also decide, do you want the Nezuko Android? And then you're going to be asking yourself, but Peanut, it's normal Lotus and normal Damien. That's going to be really hard. Yes, that is true. But if I cycle back to the game, if you get to 240 or even 250 for the final boost skill, but assuming you get to 240 only, which you get Hino Kami Kagura, this is actually essentially a really strong origin skill. This, with basic link skills for bossing setup for Legion board and your hyperstat, just using this, plus like a Angelic Buster link skill and a couple other stuff, maybe some stuff in practice mode like free buffs, you can pretty much one-shot it. For ones like Chaos Road Abyss. But that also brings up the question of normal lane. I was able to, I believe at 240, at my current pace, with no bossing link skills, and no real goods items. I'm sorry about that. I was estimatingly on pace to be able to kill normal Lotus in like about 3 minutes each phase, which is about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you need to do mechanics and whatnot. It's not going to be that difficult. This event and the Tanjiro class essentially forces people to play the mechanics and actually not just breeze through bosses. So you just got to spend time playing the actual mechanics. You can do this in practice mode. Practice mode comes with a bunch of free buffs. You don't have to spend anything. You just got to wait for skills to cool down. Just keep trying over and over and over. Just wait for it to actually get here. But getting to 240 and 250 will make this a breeze. And as this is the last one, which will be unlocked on April 9th, you have time to get it done, and the event actually ends on April 28th. So you have way more than enough time to put into time to slowly trek our way up to 240 or 250 to get these rewards. Which brings me to my next point. What level should you stop, or should I even bother getting to 250, 260, is what I hear a lot of people ask me when I was training my Tanjiro on my Twitch stream. And you're going to have to look at the rewards as well. Typically speaking, most people, if they want to be lazy and not actually like sweat really hard on the event, simply getting to Vanishing Journey is what people are going to be wanting for the Hyper Burning coupon. And then from there, you're going to want to get this one as well, as this is also very free. You just got to get unique inner ability. Oh, and since I see a lot of people complaining about this, and this is an oversight on Nexon's part, to complete this, if you use the Miracle Circulators from the cash shop to go from Epic to Unique, it will glitch and it will not work. But if you did it, all you have to do, according to someone else who actually tested it for me, if you tiered it up via Miracle Circulator, all you have to do is go to that preset that you tiered up to, reset it once with Honor EXP, and it should fix it. Other than that, the correct way to do it without any bugs, thanks Nexon, is to simply tier it up with Honor EXP. And that is how you can get this reward. It's actually not that important, but it's actually still valuable to have for a decent amount of people, for a decent amount of accounts. And then from there, honestly, I would also recommend that people use this point, which is get to 160 arcane power, as a stopping point, because you get 200 black flames. This is a very nice amount, and if I am looking at this correctly, all you have to do is get the Locklean, which is level 220. And pretty much getting the level 7 Vanishing Journey, 7 Arcane Symbol, and 7 Locklean Symbol. If I'm thinking about this correctly, that is going to be more than 160 arcane power. So by the time you get to Locklean, complete that, this should auto-complete as well. After that, the only other stopping points one would consider would be getting to 245 for the free fragments. And obviously, a lot of people are going to say, yes, but Peanut, why train the Tanjiro to 245 for 100 fragments if I can just train faster to farm 100 fragments on another character? That is also true. This is only if you want to give it to a mule. And if you don't really think it's going to be that difficult, or you were fortunate enough to have the strawberry tickets for your Tanjiro, which actually made getting to 245 really fast for a lot of people. This is also another stopping point. And another stopping point that I really feel a lot of people should try their best to get to over the course of the next month, because it ends on April 28th, according to the calendar. Get to level 250, not because of the arcane weapon box. A free permanent arcane weapon is nice, although it's a fake one. You can't Star Force it, you can't recube it, but it's still free. It's usable until you liberate. Getting to 250 has another side goal, because when the Demon Slayer event ends, Tanjiro will be converted to a hero, which is immediately a 250 Legion block. That's what I'm going to be going for actively, which I already hit. But I'm going to be doing dailies and Monster Park and whatnot to get to 260 slowly. Which brings me to the last point. This should not be a goal for anyone unless you are one of the 2 or maybe 3 categories. 1, you just want this time exclusive reward that is more so of a collectible, because according to what I can tell, there's no stats on it. Or 2, if you're going to be converting the Tanjiro, which is going to be converting to a hero, into a bossing mule, and it'll immediately be ready to be used as a 6-job advancement character. And that's pretty much it. I would ignore this. Oh wait, actually no, I have to get back. I would also try and get this on regular server if you are willing to put in the time to actually get to that level, which I believe is 250. Oh, you just gotta do the Monster Park for 250 to get this one. The reason I recommend this is only because you get a free legendary, and I understand that getting the legendary potential in regular server / interactive is a little expensive unless you're willing to invest the Master Cubes and the Meister Cubes for this one. But yeah, other than that, I hope that actually explains a little bit on how you can try and focus on what you want to stop at, where you want to get to for your Tanjiro, and where you want to park it. Yeah, and that brings me to the next thing, which is the training part. I have updated my training list after I found some more preferable maps. Now I'm actually 250. I found ones that are more comfortable, less stressful. Once again, as I mentioned in the very start of the video, this is not going to be optimized or efficient except for the first 2, which is going to be Reverse City and Yum Yum Island are the only ones I'm going to be harping on the efficiency part, mostly because the EXP is multiplied by 4 compared to the other base mobs. So, if you're starting from Vanishing Journey, and if you're unfortunate enough to not have any strawberry tickets from before the event, that if you have not prepped it like a lot of people did, I recommend for Vanishing Journey until from 200 to 205 is to go to any Cave of Repose. Any of these Cave of Repose. Actually, I'm going to move the minimap down here so people can actually see it. Let me actually check. Yep. This map is really nice. Literally, Tanjiro is kind of really built for it. Just go left, go right, rinse and repeat. And once you get to the parts on this side that you can't reach, just mix in some skills, kill the top part, and then just go from there. Pretty much just about any Cave of Repose, which is like this area, just about every single one will work. I think except for these 3, mostly because they're a combination of platforms, so I would just ignore it. This one's like perfect. Once again, get to this side, just nuke it. And then from 205 to 210, go to Reverse City. And I would highly recommend that people go to the Hidden Research Train map, only because if you're actually a little bit savvy with the Maple maps, you'll notice that these mobs in this specific map are 4 times the EXP as the other mobs in the area. This is a little bit less, what do I call it? lazy, but this one, the activity, the fact that you actually get 4 times the EXP is worth it, so you might want to start considering jumping to take advantage of Inosuke with the toggles to kill the top ones, or if you want to try and be a little bit alert and active with it, you can do this. Mix the whirlpool skill, jump up, use the water wheel skill, and then just rinse and repeat as they get off cooldown. Put the waterfall basin skill as well. Mix it up. Just mix it up, or just turn on battle stance and just jump attack. Personally speaking, the 4x EXP compared to the other base mobs is worth it. If you don't care and you want something lazy, I mentioned in my previous video that the train maps are good, but I've found different results now that I've actually looked through a couple more specific maps. The ones that I recommend are, let's see, Subway Tunnel 1 and 4. So let's look at number 4 first. If you can hear a police siren, I do apologize. I live in New York. But yeah, once they start spawning, just do this. Literally just go left and right. Unless you can actually go up here as well. Yep, you can. And just use the dash skill to skip that little gap. Turn around. Wait for them to spawn again. Use the dash skill to like fill the gap. This is a very nice lazy one. But as I mentioned, the hidden research train is 4 times the EXP as most of these maps. And as I mentioned, Subway Tunnel 1 is also an alternative. Honestly, you could probably never find anyone in these maps. So I recommend you find one with high burning and just keep cycling them as the burning goes away. This map is actually pretty much the exact same, and I do not know why I fell off. That's weird. Man, just go left, go right. Find burnings if you're having a hard time finding the hidden research train, although now that the event has been pushed a little further, progressed a couple of days in duration, it should be not that difficult. And another couple of maps that you can try and use for extra burning are the research trains 1 and 3, which I found to be the more Tanjiro friendly. Until they spawn, this is what you do. Go here, then diagonally dash, fill the gap. You'll sometimes clear that gap with the actual basic swordsman skill. Just keep going in a circle. Just keep going in a circle. Literally just keep going in a circle. And, like I mentioned as well, number 3. Oh, look, someone's already been here. Yep. Same thing. Dash all the way up. Jump down. And just keep cycling. Inosuke might kill some of those on the other side. But yeah. These are not bad maps. And then as for 210 to 225, which is going to be Choo Choo Island, the only one that I found very lazy was specifically Dealie-Bobber Forest 1, which is a name. I never actually knew these names were like that. But honestly, as much as I feel like people are going to be like, new area, maybe I should go, you might want to consider staying in Reverse City, to be honest, until 215. This one is also a little bit lazy, but sometimes you're going to have to jump on the platforms. Just in case. Yep, sometimes it'll latch on, sometimes it won't. I think this one specifically won't work that well because it has a little bit of a big gap that it won't teleport through. Yeah, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do the diagonal dash, which is not that big of a problem. But as I mentioned, I still recommend that you try and stay in the hidden research train, as I feel like that one's gonna be a little bit better. Plus, the base EXP is gonna be worth a lot anyways. You don't have to move to the next area. You're better off staying in maps that give you better kill rates and better efficiency of EXP. But as I mentioned, if you want something comfy, this map might be a little bit more comfy than the hidden research train that I mentioned. And once you get to 215 to 220, I'm going to harp on this fact is that always hidden Illiard Field. There's no better map for Yum Yum Island. There's literally none. I showed this in the previous video, and I'm going to say it again. Go left, go right. There's nothing more to it. And Inosuke should actually reach to the far left and far right most of the time. Yep, like that. It killed it. This is really good. And if by chance you're unable to find one, you can always go to, I believe, Illiard Forest 4. Where is that? That's number 6. That's number 4. There we go. Number 4. This one is also pretty decent. Although it's this one's a circular rotation map. And you can also notice that if you don't kill the top ones, just use the whirlpool skill. And by the time you make a full circle, it should be cooled down by then. Go up, go up. Yep. Hidden Illiard Field 4 is a nice alternative, mostly because it's lazy enough, it's a simple rotation, no crazy jumping, no whatnots. You're just waiting for your cooldown for a whirlpool, and that's all it is. Personally speaking, I would stay in Hidden Illiard Field for a while. And once you get to 220, these maps for 220 that I'm going to be highlighting for Lockland, I would actually say go to 220 and stop at 225 or 230, mostly because after Lockland is going to be Arcana, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But the ones that I found a little bit lazy / comfortable are Chicken Festival 2 and 3. And you guys can probably tell why this one's a really good one. 2 platforms, use the dash, drop down, just go in a circle. Just go in a circle. And Chicken Festival 3, this one is a little bigger. People are going to also notice that you're probably not going to be able to clear this out before it respawns, but I think that's actually a good thing, mostly because you're never going to have any gaps and you're never going to have to do any pauses. It's a big map. It's a big map. Plus, Enos can actually kill some of the ones on the second platform. This one just going like a figure 8 motion. Nothing too crazy. Plus, at least a side benefit is there's no crazy platforms on this one, and the fact that you can just loot things properly. Your pet will always pick up everything, even if you don't have a vac pet. And the other one for Lockland I wrote down was, oh yeah, all of the Rev maps. All of the ones are pretty decent, especially this one. Look how big this map is. This one, I do not believe I wrote down any portal notes for this one. Oh wait, maybe I did. I had a little saved a little bit, but yeah. Pretty much just do it at figure 8 as well. Just do the dash, go up, figure 8. And the top platforms are small enough or condensed enough to where you can actually just move it. Just go at figure 8. It's figure 8. Just keep going to figure 8. That's Rev 1. Rev 2 is also a little bit the same as the Chicken Fest 2. I'm not going to chaos this person, but this one is also double platform, nice and simple. Go hit the wall, dash up, turn around, go again. Dash over there, drop down. This one's just a circular rotation. It's nice and lazy. Remember, this one is probably, if I remember correctly, a very decently low spawn count map, but it's lazy, it's comfortable, it's an alternative. And the other one I wrote down was Rev 3. This one's going to be a little bit of a weird one for some people, but I find it somewhat doable. This one involves you standing in the middle platform and just go left, go right. And once you get to the left side of the map, it should take you up. Inosuke should kill some of them. Yeah, sometimes it's going to be weird on the toggles. Just keep going up and down. Go left, go right. Honestly, just ignore the ones on the bottom left. You'll be fine. Just go left, just go right. Gotta love the lazy maps. And Occupied Floor 2 is kind of a usable one. I just don't like the platforming for this one, but it's still pretty good. Mostly because it's uneven. But it's still pretty decent for Tanjiro. I think my only complaint was this. I think my only complaint was the up jump. You have to do it twice if you accidentally use the dashes too much and you don't have enough to get back up there. It's still good though. Although this is a high traffic map, there's a lot of people usually coming for dailies, a lot of people for training in general, so it gets a little bit crowded. So get ready for some chaosers. I've had to deal with 4 chaosers this entire event so far, which is kind of nuts. Goddamn seasonals. Man, you can actually stay in these maps until 225. Maybe consider going to stay here until 230 because the Arcana maps at the very start are going to be a little bit hard for people to get to if they don't have enough Arcane Force or damage. But if you want to do Arcane River, I wrote a lot. So be sure to look at the levels. Remember, the closer you are to the levels of the mob, the better. That way you can actually get the 1.2 EXP multiplier, and I believe it was Sun, Water, and Sunlight? Yeah, this one. This one is also a nice 2-platform style map. Go in a circle. Go in a circle and dash up. And this one, it's better to just flash jump. That way you don't use up your dashes. Or I'm stupid and I didn't write down the portals as I was supposed to. Oh, yeah. It's called a counterclockwise motion. Portal, teleport up, and just dash. Okay, yeah, you actually use your dashes. And then just drop down. Counterclockwise formation. Just keep using the portals. This one's not that bad either. And since it's level 231, you can actually come here for that level threshold. Remember, the closer you have to level, the better. You get more EXP. And if you don't like this map, you can go to where Earth and Sunlight meet, which is the adjacent map here. Alright, this one's just a step ladder down style map. Walk off, kill things, walk off again, drop off. This one I feel is going to take you a little bit long to do a full map clear, so you're probably never going to have an empty space on it. Teleport up, dash up, drop down. This is an alternative. Remember, these maps are mostly because they're low level, so they're probably not going to have a problem killing these early on in Arcana. So, and then from there, you have Between the Frost and Thunder 1 and 2. On the top right of Arcana. These maps are not... I don't recommend these, mostly because they're not good mob count, so you're probably going to not get that good efficiency rate for EXP. But it shouldn't be that bad, mostly because Tanjiro has a very big base EXP, so it's kind of like a non-factor. But if you notice what I'm doing on the left side of the map, I'll show you once again. The left side, you're going to want to mix your Water Basin skill and your Whirlpool skill, mostly because they're going to be a little bit tall up there, so you just use them to reach it up there when you make your lap. Then when you turn around, use the other skill, and then go back around. It's also lazy, that's why I picked it. But you can also go to number 2, which is this one. And this one's pretty much the same, although I think it's a little bit lower. No, it's exactly the same. Just instead on the left side, you do it on the right side for the clearing. Yeah, this one's very low clear count, but you shouldn't be bothered. You probably find a lot of burning, so that's decent as well. And then from there, you got Upper Path 1, if I remember where these are. Okay, AFK mob, stop it. Let me change channel, please. This one, if I remember, is a big map. Yep, this one's a very big map. But it's a nice, simple one. Your dash skills should take you across the platforms. Drop down, go from there. For some reason, it doesn't go there. I don't understand the pathing on that thing. Then go from here, jump up. Or you can just drop down and actually just restart it manually like that. Yep. If I remember, it goes from the top left to top right, or no, bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left. Yeah, sometimes it does latch on and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so yeah, I was correct. Just drop down into the water to reset every so often. There's a lot of maps with these bottom platform style things. If you don't like Upper Path 1, you can do... Let's see, a lower path, if I can find you. No, that's upper, so that means, yeah, lower path. This one's a popular one. Yeah, this one's just go left, go right. Or you can go to Labyrinthine Cave, which I really like. It's smaller, and it's easier to get the mob count. Ooh, someone's already here. Yeah, I recommend this one because it takes advantage of the bottom portals, and there's a lot of people here. Man. Holy moly, it was empty when I used it. Alright, the way you rotate for this map is go left, drop down, use the dash to get across, and then drop down into the water without turning around. You can just lazily switch over, dash again, drop again. It does a crisscross hourglass shaped pattern, kind of. This one I kind of like. This one I like. But remember, you don't do a full clear, so there'll be some efficiency loss, but... oh, man. It's nice and simple. It's lazy. I prefer it. And then the last one I noted was... Oh, the last two was Upper Path. Oh, we skipped over it. Upper Path. This one's similar as well. Alright, that one you have to flash jump. Dash here. Drop down. Yeah, this one you're just gonna have to flash jump sometimes because sometimes it doesn't latch onto the platforms properly. Might even want to consider doing battle stance in order to flash jump train here. That might actually be better. Slightly better. But yeah, this one's a kind of a non-preference map in my opinion though, but it's an option. But the last one I wrote was Lower Path. Yep, Lower Path. Go up. Use the dash to fill the across the gap. Come back down. Dash again. Does it also take advantage? Yeah, this also takes advantage of the drop-down portals. Yeah, there's a lot of maps that are similar in style. You just gotta find one that you're preferring, that or use the level differences. Remember, look at the mob's level. If you're within one level of them, I recommend moving to them, mostly because you get a better EXP. It's not a lot. It's probably a non-factor, especially the fact that we get 1200% EXP as a base for Tanjiro, but it's an option. It's an option. Then, you can probably stay here until 240, until you have to go to Celis, but if you're one of those people who actually want to just move maps, but move around, and if you want to go to Morass, I feel like is the only one map that I can find that's decent, although I still say you're better off just staying in Arcana until you go to Celis, but if you want Morass, that day in a Truffet 2. Oh, wait, that's wrong. You're supposed to flash jump there, jump down, dash down. I missed on my rotation. Yep, this is just going a circle. Do take note that I do not recommend going to Morass, mostly because this map, that only one I think is good, besides the shadow ones, I don't like the rotation shadow ones because I'm lazy and I don't like those. Those are high effort in my opinion. Is because if you look at the map, it's really big, and if you go to the far right, some people don't see you on the left side and it's going to start chaosing problems, and some people, mostly the seasonals, are stubborn or stupid and they're refusing to accept the fact that they didn't get here first. So, there's a problem. That's why I don't recommend Morass. But if you want to go to Morass, you got one here. Yeah, other than that, the next level threshold, as you know, is I skipped 235. Obviously, I haven't mentioned the levels a lot on stream, but I mean on the video, but I'll have them noted in the timestamps. Then we have Asphera. Simply put, screw Asphera. Hate it. You can stay in Arcana going straight to Celis. You don't need those two maps. But if you want Celis, we have a decent few. The first one I have is the Final Edge of Light 4. This one is a semi-active rotation, mostly because if you come over here, water basin or water wheel to kill the top ones over there. Come over here, use the whirlpool to lift you up and drop you on the floor. Dash up once, rinse and repeat. I didn't use the water basin to kill that one. But just rinse and repeat. It's a nice small map. Typically has high burning, so that's nice. But obviously, as I mentioned, Tanjiro doesn't really need it, because we have a lot of base EXP. And once you reach this area and you don't like it anymore, you want to go to a map with your proper level threshold, you can then go to the Final Edge of Light 7, which was here. This one, if you look at the minimap, is a bit of a weird one. But it's actually kind of similar to the one I just showed you, only you don't have to jump up. You're going to miss a couple on the top right, but honestly, I could care less. I prefer just getting this rotation done. Tanjiro putting in the work anyways. Plus, Inosuke will kill some of them anyways. So you'll miss a couple. But the burning, the laziness, I take it. I'll take it. Once again, just one up jump, or if you want to do dash, you could do that. Whirlpool, just to lazily jump off and hit some of the ones on the far right. Is a nice simple rotation. And then the last few I have recommended are Star Swallowing Sea 1 and 4. Let's do number 1, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a hard time showing number 4. This one is also kind of the same as the ones I just mentioned. Do the dash to skip, dash down, or drop down, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And then we have probably the best map in Celis, mostly because it's super, super lazy. And it's actually empty. Behold, the going left, going right map master. Just go left, go right. It's as simple as that. And as you might have noticed, it's level 251 this map. Honestly, you could probably squeeze your way in at 240 and just come here right away, assuming you have the damage for it. And you can actually kill these properly. As long as you can kill them in one back and forth motion, you're fine. You don't have to kill them in one go, mostly because by the time you complete one rotation left and then one rotation right, the respawn will have like 2 seconds behind, as you just saw. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you can kill them in two waves, you're good. You can stay here until 250. I stayed here until 250. I went from 244 to 250 in this map. It was good. There's no other way to put it. It's good. And if you want to move over to Moonbridge, honestly, I'd probably stay here since they're 251. You can probably stay here until 252. But if you want to go to Moonbridge, the ones I wrote down are Last Horizon 2, although if memory serves me right, this is going to be a high traffic map. I am a liar, apparently. Yeah, this one has a nice portal. So this is going to be a clockwise rotation. Dash there, go there, use the dash to fill the gaps because I am lazy. Drop down, cycle over. And as you can see, you're actually hitting the middle platform with both cycles, so it's actually really nice. And as per usual, always reference the EXP of the mob, the level of the mods. You have 251 as well. So you can probably come here or go stay in cells in 252 if you want to try it. And then if you want to move to the next one, I have Void Current 2, 3, and 4. If I remember correctly, yeah, Void Current 2 is a weird one of a choice, but this one you're probably going to want to, yeah, do a lot of flash jumping, so you might want to consider doing Battle Stance. Yeah, this is a weird one. Or just use the dash to get that off the platforms. And then just go all nice long flat floor. Yeah, this one's a really weird one. But hey, there's probably not going to be a lot of people here, so more burning for you, I guess. And then we go to the Void Current 3. This one is going to be a box rotation. You're going to want to be on the second platform from the bottom. And you are going to be utilizing your dash skill a lot in here. Drop down, do the dash to fill the gaps, or you could be a little bit more active and just use the flash jumps. Although I prefer to use the dash because I'm lazy, as you can probably tell by now. Yup. And then we got Void Current 4. Yep, Void Current 4 is what I wrote. This is 254, so you can probably stay here until 255. This one... Wait, I thought I removed this. Hold up. Oh, might as well double check it real quick. No, yep, ignore this. Ignore this. Void Current 4, ignore it. And I can't go to Labyrinth. Oh, I can go to Labyrinth. But... Oh, my note said you can stay in Labyrinth until 260 because honestly, a lot of the Limnia maps are probably not going to be that good. Except for the 2-7 map in Limnia. But yeah, I would say just stay in Labyrinth until you hit 260 unless you really care to move to the other ones. But... Tanjiro has a lot of basics, but you can stay wherever as long as you're within the lower range. Let's see, Labyrinth Interior 6. Where did I write? Oh, Interior 6. There we go. Interior 6. This one I think was a lot of flash jumping, if I recall. Oh wait, no, it actually fills the gap. Use the waterfall skill or water wheel to kill the one at the top. Drop down. And, oh yeah, there's portals here. Oh, it's a cross platform. Yep, just jump up, jump down. This one's not too bad. Mostly because of the platform layouts. Plus, Inosuke actually kills the one in the middle for you a lot of the times, especially one on the raised platforms. Those aren't bad. And then the last two maps I have for Labyrinth are DC1 and DC2. This one is a classic one. Although this one is a flash jump map, mostly because if you actually look at the layout, your skills aren't going to hit the top one, so you're going to want to flash jump. But obviously, if you can one shot, that's better. But yeah, the bottom you can turn battle stance back off if you want to do that, so you can actually just like lazily like breeze through it. But flash jumping here is probably going to be your option. And that's pretty much it for this one. And then we got DC2. DC2. This one I think, yeah, this one I think you can actually have the battle stance back on if I remember correctly. Alright. Oh yeah, this one you can. But you're going to have to flash dump the gaps, drop down. DC1 and DC2 are where I will go for Labyrinth. But you can also do the Interior 6 map that I mentioned at the start. But yeah, as noted, look at the level of the mobs. These are 259. These are 259. You can literally stay here until 260. And to those who are going to be wondering why I'm saying you can stay within level range instead of going to Limnia, except the 2-7 map, that one's a different story. But it's the reason because in Arcane and Grandis, the EXP of mobs are dependent on their level. If for example, if you're in Labyrinth and something's level 255, but something in Moonbridge is also level 255, you're getting the same EXP from the same mob. The bottom line is going to come down to whether or not the map is better, the kill rate is better, and if you're comfortable in the map. Remember, Tanjiro has a high base EXP. I'm not even using a lot of multipliers right now. Actually, I don't even think I am, except for this one. yeah, you're going to be penny pinching EXP at that point. Just stay within your level range and just move as the mobs as you out level the mobs. That is literally all you need for it. Other than that, I don't have anything else for the EXP training maps. I'm actually kind of glad I actually got to 50, so to 250, so I can actually showcase these rotations with you guys. And if anyone has any other like specific questions that I didn't get to cover in this video or in the FAQ in the previous video, I'll be transferring the FAQ from the previous video to this one as well. I'll be keeping this video updated. The previous one, I will not be updating the FAQ because that's going to be I don't want to go back and forth. So I'll just be updating this one if anyone needs it. So other than that, feel free to ask any questions down below if anyone has any that I haven't had in the description. Or if you have any other maps that you want to recommend that you want to share with everyone, please do. Or unless you're one of those people keeping those little secret hiding spots to yourselves. I know who you are. Leon. But other than that, I got nothing else for you guys. So thanks for watching and the support, and I will see y'all in the next video. But boy.